Hello, welcome to another episode of the Horror Vision Horror Podcast. My name is Sean.
And I am the aquatic Anthony.
And I'm still just Missy.
And we're going to give you a spoiler-free review of Sean Byrne's Dangerous Animals. We all got out of the theater just a little while ago. Didn't see it together, but over the last couple hours we all saw it. So, guys, spoiler-free. Anthony, what do you think of Dangerous Animals?
I had a good time with it. I kind of got what I was expecting. I thought there would be a bigger body count, but they kind of make up for that with the thrills, that involves all the shark stuff. But I imagine that's where a lot of the budget went to, as far as getting some of that stuff design. There is some practical stuff in it, but it's like I could tell where the budget went. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it hurt the film. I've said it 1,000 times before. I don't like fucking water that I can't see the bottom of, and
Yeah.
sharks. It just freaks me out anyway. So I mean, in that regard, like, it's effective toward the audience that it's geared toward. It, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah.
effective, and I like that about it. I had a good time. I didn't hate it. It's kind of paint by numbers, and honestly, like, this isn't something you haven't seen before as far as these types of movies, but the means to getting what the killer wants done, that aspect of it's pretty new.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy myself. Yeah, I had a good time with it. What about you guys?
Missy?
I loved it. That I needed something fun like this. It kind of takes two of my favorite things, serial killer movies and shark movies, and puts them together. And I thought it was fun from beginning to end. I I liked all the characters, like the big three. Um, and they gave us a final girl that was real fun to root for. She was pretty hardcore, and I just thought it was a real good time.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was a good script. Definitely not something we haven't seen before. I mean, you've seen this movie in some, with not with these, this particular adornments, but you've seen this before. But it's done really well, and I think it's a good script, and I think the acting was very good. The big three, like Missy said, Hassie Harrison as Zephyr, Jay Courtney as Bruce Tucker, and Josh Houston as Moses Markley. Man, I just feel like it was already a tight script and they elevated it. Especially like Missy said, I thought Zephyr was a great final girl,
Hmm.
and Jay Courtney steals the show. I don't know any of these people from anything. I've seen, I'm looking at their IMDb's. I've seen them and stuff, but I don't recognize them. Jay Courtney, I had a hard time. Like I kept thinking like Tom Hardy. There was a big Tom Hardy analog for me.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, the suspense starts like it's got a great opening because you're waiting for it, and they do this great thing where they really like revel in the majesty of the sharks in like an innocent way a couple times, and I mean, it's a serial killer that brings people out of his boat and fucking feeds them to sharks for fun. So there you go. I mean, we've not seen it. We've seen stuff like it, but not
Hmm.
exactly this. And surprised it took this long.
Yeah, I think it's a fun twist, and I'm surprised we haven't seen this a long time ago. But I mean, it puts an interesting spin on it, and
Yeah.
it made the Jay Courtney character, the antagonist, it made him interesting. It added a layer of depth that, I mean, I didn't necessarily like him, but I wanted to see what he was going to do next.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the other two, the Moses and the Zephyr characters, like they were fun to root for.
The gore effects were great. A lot of practicals, some cutaway, but overall, like, it whets your appetite as far as what you're getting. Like I said,
Chums
this
the waters, so to
yeah, it
speak.
definitely chums the waters. Yeah, there's some nasty stuff in here. It's not too over the top, especially with the stuff that we've been watching as of late. But it's definitely it's a completely different type of film. Like I again, like I watched Bring Her Back earlier this week, so I'm still kind of riding that high, but this isn't like Until Dawn where there's a steep drop. Like this is, I can really like just I could sit back and I could enjoy this flick for what it was, and it's again, it is a rad flick. This is the director's third film. So he did The Loved Ones. What was the next one he did?
Devil's Candy, which
Devil's
I'm a
Candy.
huge fan of that movie.
Yeah, which I
That
haven't
movie's
seen yet.
awesome.
I would like to
Oh, you
watch that one
should.
as well.
You'll like
Yeah,
that
You'll
one.
dig it.
yeah, I
You'll
need
dig
to
it.
check that out. I know he directed this one. He didn't write this one, but he did write and direct the last two films.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
I think the cinematography was great. There's a lot of drone shots. I mean, that's the thing about Australian coast, Australia in general, New Zealand, all those places. I mean, you can get these just beautiful, gorgeous shots wherever you're at, just because
yeah.
it's just this picturesque place, and that stuff shines through a lot, and you get that in his previous films as well. Well, with The Loved Ones, I know there's a lot of like gorgeous outback photos and stuff, like not photos, but
Yeah,
scenes.
photography.
Exactly,
Hmm.
exactly. So all that stuff shines through here, and it just again, like for the grittiness of what this movie is, it still finds its way to shine beautifully with a lot of just again, this like picturesque landscapes. That again, I appreciated.
And the sharks look real good. I was reading that they used a lot of real shark footage mixed with minimal CGI, and most of that was for just like shark fins above the water. They shot a lot of real sharks.
I did wonder because there's some moments underwater where I'm like, I don't know if this is CG, it's really fucking good, but also it's underwater, so I think it's easier to mask CG underwater, you know what I mean? So I just wasn't sure, so that's cool that you read that.
Yeah, I was looking it up after the movie because I noticed the same thing. Like I thought they looked really cool.
I will say it, Anthony, there was one thing I thought was like so over the top, but in a good so okay. There's one line in this movie that I was just like, oh man, I come on. And I'm not gonna say it right now, but when we stop rolling, I'll say you both know what it is. I'm pretty sure. I was just like, really? Other than that, it's great, right? And it's excusable. But there is a moment as far as over the top. There's a moment in this that I'll just say, if you thought Gerald's game was the be all end all of somebody getting out of handcuffs, you're fucking wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I was like, I wanted to stand up and fucking like hoot and holler, like,
Hmm.
oh, that kind of, I really was enjoying the movie, but until Moses kind of comes back in,
Hmm.
I felt like I definitely felt like the lack of a body count, and I felt like I liked it, but it felt a little hollow to me. But once he came back in from that point on, and not because solely of him, but I just feel like that element really escalated everything about the movie. And it really shone then. And there's a moment, again, I'm not going to say it right now, but when we stop rolling, I'll mention it to you. There's a moment where I was like, holy fuck, if this movie ends right here, this could be the best movie of the year. And it didn't.
I know what
I,
you're talking about.
it didn't, but they linger on something long enough with a song where I was like, holy shit, this is gonna be it. And then it wasn't. It was fine. But for a moment I was like, oh my God. I would definitely say I'm not a shark movie person. I don't not like them, but like open water scares me not because of the sharks, because of the concept of being stranded in the
Hmm.
water.
Yep.
And Jaws is just perfect. So with shark movies, I'm like Homer in that episode of The Simpsons where he's like, "Why would anybody? Everybody knows that Steppenwolf perfected, rock music in 1973." I'm kind of like that with Jaws. I'm just like, I don't know, Jaws. Like, why make another shark movie? I'm not right. I'm sure there's great ones. That's just I can't be bothered to go past that. But this was great. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Crawl, like the
Yeah.
Gator movie, like it's nothing like it, but maybe just because I don't see this kind of movie that often, and that one really surprised me and I liked it, and then this one, I really, but I like Sean Byrne. I love Devil's Candy. Loved One's a great movie. I have some issues with it, but
You will always be wrong for that statement, but
yeah, I know.
I'm gonna let it pass.
Two Australian surfer movies in like a month and a half.
Yeah, and they were
What
both good, although the other one is completely unrelated.
what does that say? That's weird.
You guys got to see Drift. That's a great one too.
I don't know that one. I'll have to look it up.
It's an Australian surfer movie, and it actually stars what's his name? The uh the male lead from The Loved Ones. He's like the main surfer in the
Oh,
movie as well. Sam
okay,
Worthington's in it. Yeah, it's got a decent cast. It's a good flick. It, like as far as just being a straight surf movie, like it's one of my favorites in the last decade.
okay.
Yeah, because I'm a big surfing movie fan.
I I actually tend to like surfer movies though too, and I love shark movies. I saw I guess I saw Jaws at a really impressionable age, and I just love that shit. That shit.
North Shore,
Um,
baby. North Shore.
and I don't know. I needed this. I did not have a good time with Bring Her Back, and this was what I wanted.
Right on.
Yeah,
It
this
Yeah,
felt
was
like it was
this
fun.
made for
Like this is
me.
the fun, you know what I mean? Like this is
yeah.
the fun horror movie. So yeah, definitely gets a thumbs up from me. Even for those that like aren't really into horror, like it's got enough suspense
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff in it
Oh
where
yeah,
you know you're gonna have a good time. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is definitely a recommend for me. I hope people get out and you know give it a shot because again, director's third film, you know, Loved Ones came out what a decade ago now.
yeah.
2009.
Yeah, so I mean, the guy's not getting a lot of work. Let's support him, you know,
Fuck yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
Oh, he's been
Hell yeah.
moving up. I mean, Devil's Candy is Ethan Embry, Sherry Appleby, and I think what's that guy's name? Vance Taylor. Is that his?
Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Yeah, of course.
Oh, that's terrible. Um,
It's a fun
sorry.
one though. It's metal horror too. Devil's
Yeah,
Candy.
Pruitt Taylor Vance.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Yeah, that's his
Oh,
name.
and Leland Orser's in it too. Wow, I don't. it's been a while. I believe it's on Shutter. It's a great
It's been
movie.
on Shutter forever, unless they pulled it.
You will love their family so fucking much. Like, because the dad and the daughter have this connection through metal. It's fucking great. It's
Very cool.
very cool movie. But yeah, I agree. Support.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So this is an IFC release. Is this going to be in conjunction with Shutter as well?
And it had the Shutter logo in the beginning.
Yeah, it has an IFC thing as well. So I'm sure, and they release a lot of stuff in
Yeah,
conjunction
they
with
do a
each
lot
other anyway.
together. But it was
Okay.
definitely a Shutter flick.
Okay, awesome. So, and for those that miss it, you will have a chance, you know, in the coming
Hmm.
months or whenever they do this, put it on streaming. But just again, you know, just to help this guy make some money and you know get back out there again. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely go watch it theatrically if you have a chance. It's fun, you know. That some guy in front of me brought his entire family, which
See,
is
that's awesome.
That's cool.
This is more of a suspense flick. Like I would
oh yeah,
probably. I'm tempted to try to bring my parents to see this, or it is a horror film, but it's probably better at being a suspense film, or it's probably more of a suspense film because the suspense is really good. Like it's really,
It is.
really good.
And I think it bridges the gap well because I could take my mother to see this and I think she'd be cool with it.
Yeah,
Because it's got enough of that suspense thriller. There's some gore in it, but it's not uber gory.
right.
I mean, and most of it is shark gore. So it's not,
Usually
like
very
violence against
acceptable.
people. Right. Yeah, like I feel like my mother would like this and not bat an eye.
Yeah.
And she's not into horror movies, but she likes suspense thrillers and like survival kind of stuff.
So I think that's the takeaway here, folks. If you're listening, bring the family. Seriously, bring the family. Like support this movie. Bring the family. I think everybody have a good time. I don't think anybody will be super scarred. I don't think there's anything in here that, because the suspense kind of like, I've noticed this before where you could have a movie with really good suspense that has some gore or some like, kind of like drastic violence. And the fact that it's a suspense movie dilutes that in some way. You know what I mean? I don't like for the audience. I don't know how it doesn't dilute it like make it worse, but it just makes it more palatable. Yeah, palatable. So I think this would be a good one to bring the whole family.
Well, and if your kids like I would have loved this at like 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it now, but I would have loved it then too.
It would have confirmed my thing about, hey, I ain't getting in the water. Fuck you.
Oh, I hate water.
Yeah, same. Fuck water.
It's delicious.
The Shape of Water is my middle finger.
Oh my God. So it looks like thumbs up across the board.
Yeah, thumbs up across the board.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
everybody liked it. Go watch
Sean
it.
Byrne, thank you for another great movie, and let's have another one sooner rather than later.
Hell yeah.
And that's Dangerous Animals. This is Horror Vision. I'm Surfing Sean.
I am Angelic Anthony.
And I'm still just Missy.
Hapless teenagers beset by demons in the woods. A strange new drug that turns art into murder. A can't beat a deal on a new house with a horrifying past. A video game that might usher in the apocalypse. From the demented mind of Sean C. Baker, author of A Collection of Desires, Shadow Play, and Murder Virus, comes Volume 4, collecting Baker's no-sleep work along with several never-before-published short stories. This 99-cent volume also includes the opening chapter of the author's forthcoming teenage giallo novel, Black Gloves and Broken Hearts, due out later this year.